Salih Diallo, and of course, our very own special guest is Coach Adnan Moussa, who has already joined us in the studio from our home in Lamin Kerewan, in Gambia. So, of course, the newest program that will be coming in the one every hours of 7:30. As I said, this Parliament Party, Salih Diallo as host, and of course, the special guest, Coach Adnan. Welcome to this very program. But before Adnan, Salih, welcome to LSTV1, and of course, on this very new program, Extra Time Champion.
Absolutely, but we thousand apologies. Well, many were calling what throw with six, but here we are and we are good to go. First of its kind, ladies and gentlemen, time Gambia football talk show to pay size, where we will probably also push coaches to the wall, asking them questions that they can never imagine that we have them. Uh, Coach Annan have already started smiling. He might be expecting a bullet from us, but then it's not going to be a hot seat. It's going to be a semi-hot seat probably, because we need to dig deep and take you through what is happening. And the mantra is to promote Gambian football. Pafati, it's good to have you, comrade.
Thank you very much. That's, of course, my colleague and friend, Salih Diallo, who is definitely going to serve as my co-host of this very important and lively program. Just as I said, we have Coach Adnan Musa, head coach of the Football Club. He's our first guest, but I know he wouldn't be the last guest.
Inshallah. Thank you, Pafati. Thank you, Salio. And thank Alas TV. I am honored and proud to be here and also to be the first coach to open this special program. I'm honored and I'm proud to be the one.
That is made in heaven for him.
Oh, yes.
Of course, the players and officials of the people will definitely be watching this program live. Probably somebody out there might also be watching, who will surely get us a surprise. But coach, it's a very important program, just as we highlighted in the beginning, and we will definitely want you to give us a little bit of your biographical, just a bit of possibly your playing career, also as a coach.
Okay. My name is Adnan Moussa. I was born in Janjambure, Makati. So my cousin brother is the one who plays football. Mustafa Sag, he played for the national team, and he was playing for Street Soldiers in Bakau. By then, when we came from Janjambure, um, we were living at Latrikunda. So going to school, then I happened to go to school in Bakau Primary. I have to attend Bakau Primary School. So going to school from Latrikunda to Bakau, it was like, by then we used the back way. You cannot wait for the bus. So my aunt, Mustafa Sag's mother, was she has a husband in Bakau. So that is the time that I went there. I was living with them. So I was following Mustafa Sar at Bakau because I love football. So I started playing street football with how to call it, Wall 11. Later play for Young Step by Step. Later play for Zebra in Bakau, Ajax. 6-on-1. You know, After that, I was in Rush Academy as well. Then I happened to have injury. So it disturbed my career. So I end up being a coach. Helping, you know, Ablai Bojang at the academy, Rush Academy, Gilcock. By then, I was handling Group 3. So later, I become a trainer, just a trainer, to help at a Navetan team called Vidag. So for short, if I should summarize it, um, the reason why I am here today, I'm just be lucky, the lucky guy to be there at the spot. Because Vidag FC, if you look at Vidag FC, a Navetan team, I was never going to be the head coach. So the it was like a transition. So, but it's like people are parting way for me to come. The person who's supposed to be the assistant head coach, who was the assistant, travel. So when the head coach was there, somebody else was there who's supposed to be the head coach when the head coach travel, also travel.
At that time, who was
Buba Minte. Buba Minte was an ex-Steve Biko player. He's a goalkeeper. His brother also, Mustafa Minte, also was a goalkeeper, ex-Steve Biko player. But Buba traveled to America. Then you have Omar Jallo, also it was a player. He coached the team, also traveled, and also the late Pakeba Lee. So Pakeba Lee also traveled to the US. So then I happened to take Vidal FC. So, but after that, Alhamdulillah, the only thing I didn't win in Bakau was the league. Yeah, I sent a two final, but I couldn't win the league. I win 4 knockout trophies, and also, yeah, 3 Super Cups.
who were you
The connection started with the kids that I trained at the Gilcock. The batch of players that were the Gilcock Academy that Libojan trained were the same player who were playing for Vidal FC. So it's just that falling in love with them, I just followed them to Vidal FC. You know, I was there as a trainer. Okay, yeah.
Interesting. Just to draw you back, Coach Adnan Moussa, talking about the likes of Boba Mente and his brother. Are they related to the recent informed, much talked about, a player on the limelight, top of his game, Yankuba Mente?
No, they are not. Yankuba Minte is from Bakote, and this said Buba Minte and Mustafa Minte, they are from Bakau. They are not related.
A funny story.
Mhm.
You were never dreaming to take up the mantle as
Yes,
the
as a Nevetan.
as an Overton
Mhm.
team coach at Vidar FC to be precise. But was that a maiden heaven for you, like your prayers reach heaven? Because the people that were there, they have more experience than you. I stand to be corrected. You understand? But opportunity came and you grab it.
Yes, you're correct. Because by the time the GFF or the Coaching Association didn't come with this 6 game rule, first division 6 game rules. So by that time, all the division players are qualified if they want to play the Nawetan. So by that time, if you look at Vidal FC, I will say 80% of them, they are all divisional players. So that it was make my job easy. But I was somebody who was strong-headed, who want to try different stuff. Yes.
The
So
strong-headed guy. Does this started with you since childhood? From Janjambore, where you were born, living Latrikunda, schooled in Bakau. Is this part of you, like denga tela nyeme?
yes, yes, because I will say, and as you say in the local language, Halembeda lawon. So Halembeda, like, you know how we are. You know, when you always in the streets, you know, playing football, running around. So you will just be like that.
Before passing the baton to Pafati, the look on your face, Coach Adnan, it's a different question compared to that of the latest man South football field.
Okay.
But the look on your face, it's like you're a bit emotional in this. Why?
Um, no, I think it's fine. I just honor to be the first one to do this, and you know, my mind clicked when I started my journey. You know, it made me emotional. You know, if I try to reflect back how it started and where am I today, so it's a bit emotional, but I think I'm fine.
You extensively work with Coach Lai Bojan, who is the current national under 20 head coach. Tell us the journey with head coach and what type of a person is Coach Abdullah Bojan? Because from the look of the facial appearance, you talk to many, they will tell you he's a very, difficult guy, harsh guy. But how was the journey like with you and Coach Abdullah Bojan?
If I started talking about Abdullah Bojan right now, I think we'll spend the whole show talking about him.
It's a full book.
Yes. So what I'm going to do, I will just summarize it and how our journey went. So as I said before, the way it went with me at Vidal FC is the same way it went with me. Like see me, the only thing I disappointed him, which maybe I will apologize him in the whole world.
He's watching.
Yeah, maybe he's watching. Is you know, he really wanted me to continue being at the academy. You know, you know, yeah, that is Rush Academy. Yes, so that is the only thing. Like, I couldn't make it because I think the work was hectic. But other than that, he's a professional and he has trust in me because think about it. To be honest with you, I wasn't fully ready to take on Steve Biko. When Abdullah Bojang went to Hungary to do his course, I was just a trainer. Seni Jaju was there, um, Hussein Utura was there. So if you look at the line, I was like third, second, third. So Seni Jajo, I think he engaged. He was not at the club anymore. Then Usainu, after Lai, he was the assistant. He's supposed to be the head coach because at Steve Biko by that time, Abdullah Bojan era, he believed those players, those official knows the culture, knows the player. Is just a transition. So after that, then Usainu have to travel to Sweden. So I was there as an interim coach. But what happened when Ablai Bajan went to Hungary? So he was like, I have to take it. So, but unfortunately, the team relegated to second division. So by then, I was young and chemo feel like the players who are there right by that time, it will be difficult for me to manage them. Then he offload almost 60% of the players. Then he told me, I know you can work with these kids. So the target is 3 seasons. Then you come back to the first division. So the first season in the second division was something else. We struggled, you know, everything went bad. There was a time that Abdullah Bojang have a confidence in me, big time. He knows there is something I can do, but as the only team in Bakau, the management, not that they didn't have trust in me, but they were saying like, "Hey, this happened to Said Madi, this happened to Seaview," and it's like Steve Biko, we are laying back. What happened to Said Madi and Seaview? It is heading to Steve Biko. I think it is time for us to do something about it. Then Corona saved me.
Interesting.
Yes.
Interesting. Corona
Yes.
saved you.
Yeah, Corona saved me. Coronavirus
How did
came.
Corona save you?
Well, we were not doing good, to be honest, and I think we are around the relegation zone, that second to last or third to last, something like that, around the relegation zone. So the first round ended. Though we have hope that if Adam Aboj and Dembo Sedi Ismaila joined the team, by then they didn't join the team, it could be better. But Corona came and the league, after first round, the league didn't go through.
And Corona saved you.
Yes, I think that season we could save ourselves, but that what happened that season.
It must be one of the moments at Steve Pico, and then of all of a sudden, just like you mentioned, Corona saved you. And then, of course, the head coach, and then you also talk extensively about Coach Abdullah Boja, who we believe is currently watching this live interview now. And then we'll try to engage live on the line, whether we'll be able to have him on the line. And
it's a surprise for us.
Exactly. So we'll also try to get live on the line and see
Yeah.
whether we'll be able to get him on the line.
Yeah, because I have a question for Lai, and I have something interesting to ask Coach Adnan Moussa during that call.
Corona, you understand, or before Corona saved him. But we will try to get that any moment from now. Just a reminder, this is the Extra Time Gambia Football Talk Show on LSTV Live, and of course, Parliament Fati with, of course, Salih Jala. And our guest today is Adnan Moussa, the gaffer at the helm of affairs for Steve Biko. Well, Steve Biko, I stand to be corrected. It was, yes, yes, Coach Lai, surprise enough. Good evening, Coach. Hello, Coach. You're live on LSTV, Coach Abdullah Bojang.
Thank you so much.
Yes, the family mange dega yange playing balhasi suf de.
No, I'm driving going back home.
Oh, okay. That's great. I believe you can just you can just stop at a very comfort zone, and we have just a few minutes chit chat with you because it's not safe driving while on phone.
Yeah. Okay, no problem.
Yes, one of yours is here with us. That is Adnan Moussa. What can you tell us about Coach Adnan Moussa?
Well, Adnan is somebody who is trustworthy. He's hardworking. Also, he had passion for football. He's somebody, that I trust very much, and because of his dedication, determination, and the hard work, during when we are working with him together, at the academy, and when he came to Pico as an assistant.
Wow, that's great. But then he did talk about something that he need to apologize to you live on LSTV. Why did you wanted Adnan to stick with the academy, that is Ross Academy, then Gilcock?
Yeah, because personally for me, it helped me a lot. So I wanted him to follow the same footstep, because by then I was also an assistant coach at Pico. What I used to do is anything that I feel like I want to put into the players, I start it at the training at the academy. You know, prepare it better than take it to the first division. So I want him to learn more, to have more experience and gain so many things before taking up responsibility. He could do both at the same time. But nonetheless, that is what he decided, and at the end of the day, we continued working together. But I feel he left so early that he could learn a lot at the academy before taking up responsibility at the divisional team.
Were you disappointed at that point in time?
Yeah.
Were you disappointed at that point in time?
Actually, not that much, because he has to make a decision. If he decides to go to Biko, that's fine. But by then also we didn't have so many personnel around that area, because it was just voluntarily doing it, because there was nothing like benefiting anything. What the aim and objectives were to make sure that the players, the kids, focus on something that rather than loitering in town, smoking, and doing such bad things. We want them to engage in something that would be beneficiary to them than engaging in bad things.
Well, Coach,
So,
okay. Yeah, you can drop that.
yes. Yeah, but that's because we want good kids at the society. So voluntarily we did it. But also the academy came through Pa Ansu Fati. He was the one who initiated this to us. We also bring in kids that could help us to make sure that we maintain the academy.
Yes.
You know.
Great. Coach, I stand to be corrected, and I'm saying this off head. Is it that you saw that determination, that hunger in Coach Adnan, and he's the only person that can help develop these kids from the academy?
Indeed. As I said, he has passion, he is hardworking, he is dedicated. So believing in him that he could help us improve the kids. So that's why when he left, we were left with no option than to accept it, but we need him at that point in time.
Interesting. We will just give a water break, but we will get back to you because we have a question for Adnan, and he will answer, and we will get back to you because that question corresponds to you, but he's listening to you.
Okay.
Thank you very much. That was, of course, the ever reliable Coach Abdullah Bojang. Pafati, interesting. The reason why he wasn't happy Adnan leaving the stage early, that is the academy, going in for the top position.
Adnan, how is the feeling after hearing from somebody that you've extensively worked on that, saying a whole lot of good things about you? How do you feel as a coach now?
Yeah, I never said it, so I decided to say it here so that the whole world can hear it. He's my mentor. He guided me through. So I think that is the only time we differ, because he never said anything about it until today. So and that was something else. But facially, he showed me. He sometimes his actions show me. I wanted you to come there. He will not tell me because he maybe tell somebody else indirectly. I think Adnan also need to come here, but he never. When I was not coming, he wasn't happy. I see that in his face.
Coach, you talk about the downfall of Seaview, St. Marty, to be precise. The Wind of Dark visited them, and gone are the days now. You cannot hear them on the top flight now. But then that the same Wind of Dark or the Wind of like struggle started visiting Steve Biko, and at one point in time you were struggling mentally as a coach, to be precise, and someone that is given the mantle to guide Steve Biko. I stand to be corrected. At one point in time, the stakeholders or the management behind the scenes didn't want things to continue. Coach, were you given a cycle letter? And was that letter handed over to one of your mentors, if not Abdullah Boja?
I'm not aware. I heard it. I heard the story, but I'm not aware. I heard it. People were saying I was given a second later, but it was never come to me. It was never come to me.
Don't you think it was handed over to Coach Abdullah Bojang and he have to block that?
I will not know because he didn't tell me anything. I just had the rumors here say, but I never received a letter, and Abdullah Bojan never tell me anything.
So at that point in time, you were tasked to change out as into believers. How did it happen?
Yeah, well, it happened.
Because at one point in time, trust was lacking.
Yes, that is true because Abdullah Bojang win the league with a 4-4-2 diamond formation. So after that, the same formation, have problem here after winning the league. Players feel like they're supposed to go to CAF. It didn't happen here and there.
Yeah,
Things
I can
happen.
recall.
So we end up being relegated because I think the last 6-7 games I was the one who coached, tried to save the team, but I couldn't. But by then, I was in Hungary, so the team end up relegating.
Wow.
To single-handedly pick out any achievement that you have achieved as a coach with Steve Biko, what is going to be those achievements?
If I should pick any achievement that I will say I promoted the team from second division and bringing back to fourth division.
Where they belong.
Where they belong. And secondly, I proudly say
I did.
dig a well. And digging a well in a desert.
Difficult. When the tree was dry, it was in the summer. The tree was about to die. So I try really hard to dig a well there and water the tree. And now that tree is producing a lot of fruits that everybody's benefiting from.
That is Steve Biko?
Yes.
And
In that well, you have the players in.
Yes.
That is the water.
You sold Adnan Moussa. You were also able to sold a lot of other players outside. You also have the likes of Ibu Sama, who was on trial. Could we say this is one of the biggest, if not the biggest, of achievements recorded by Steve Biko Football Club ever?
Yes.
I will say yes. I will say definitely yes.
Yakuba Mintes.
Yes.
Wow.
Massive.
I just want to bring Adnan back. When Yango Minte was playing for you, you played a game against Brikama. I stand to be corrected.
Yes.
Was it at the KG5 Mini Stadium?
Yes.
In Banjul. How did it happen before the game, during the game, and after the game? We need a story of that because Yango Minte couldn't perform well in the first half. But coming into the second half, things changed. What can you tell us in that game at the KG5 Mini Stadium?
After Yankuba Minte, Adam Abojang, Dembo Sedikan, Ismail Amane, Adam Abojang, yes, Ismail Amane, Dembo Sedikan, Yankuba Minte, they came, but there was the central defender, the U17 central defender, Muro Conte. Moro, yes. They came, they
You can't
graduated.
forget him.
Yes, I can. They graduated from the under 17 and all of them came to Steve Biko.
Coaches hardly forget the players that tormented them.
No, 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 no. I don't.
Yes.
So when they came, I look at these kids. I told them, hey, look, you, the potential that you guys have, you can play anywhere in the world in their U19. I told them. And if they can listen to me, they will say, yes, coach, it's true, you told me that. Tonyalong, Yofole. And I keep on repeating it. I keep on repeating that. And Alhamdulillah, maybe setback happen tomorrow. I wish he have a recover because he was having knee problem here and there, you know, but I wish he recover. So apart from him, only Ismail Amane is around, and maybe him too. Pretty soon something will happen. I'll also pray for him. But the rest of the batch, they are all professionals now.
What has been the driving force behind this, getting of players from Steve Biko to bigger leagues in Europe?
Yeah, you know, I will be the leader. Like in the captain of the ship is responsible if something happen. If the team lose, I'm the problem. If the team win, I'm the problem. If we have success, I will not take every credit because I work, I have my officials. I think we have a very good trainer and a best technical director all over the country.
Just to fix that statement, if the team lose, you are the problem. If they win, you are the solution. If such a success visited you people, you do not take everything.
I don't want to take everything.
But coming back
I
to
will
my
just
question,
take it as
yes.
I'm just the leader.
Coach, you don't answer my question. What happened between you and Brikama? And if you can elaborate more on this in Mandinka, because you said something to the players in the dressing room, especially Yankuba Minte.
I don't know how you know that, Salim. But that was a dressing room discussion. Yes, but anyways.
You conceded going to the tunnel. You were trailing.
Yes.
Going to the break.
What happened is, I think it was Walidan.
Yeah, yeah.
It was Walidan. It was Walidan.
Yeah, you're right.
We were losing. It was
Sade
Walidan.
Bankol, 1,000 apologies.
Sade Bankol, Yankuba scored the last minute goal against Brikama.
They can't forget him.
Yes, but that was Walidan. We have a leader in the team, Padudu Dabo, who is in Germany. He played a key role. We knew what Yankuba can do, but the first half, Yankuba was having problem. I didn't make a team talk. I was not care how the team was played. I wasn't care how Walidan was playing. I know Yankuba Minte alone can give me that game. My own 15 or 10 minutes I have, I told Yankuba what I have to tell him.
What did you say to him in Mandinka?
Look, Yajele kamfamante bondila jang. Walidan ko lafta walla. Puke kamfandi ke bondi game kono. Ni kamfata mol lafta minna manta sotola. So Yankuba, idamma lesin game win no mol jang. And the target was Nyantaka third lesoto. Nimmo game win to achieve la no.
Did you say this to Yankuba that you're the one that brought us into this mess?
Yes.
You're the one to remove us from this mess.
Yes, I told him that. Na find money kakonla. Italian Sijang because imam play. Anung ibem bonde la nyentole.
So I am right.
Yes, I told him. I don't know how you know that. I don't know how you have information. This is a dressing room, discussion. But but anyway, journalists, they do have friends. They know stuff. They can dig in. This is your job, But Papi also, Padudu Dabo also play a key role. When I'm done with Yankuba, then he told him, you see, Coach Mala team talk for Okeno. Adiamute da Mali. Then we were leaving the dressing room to the yes.
At the time,
He didn't.
Anything. His response was inside the pitch. That's the day I know this boy. I see that this boy will do way more than what he's doing in
He's
the
an
Premier
asset.
League.
He's an asset.
Instant for Deba change Alajuba. Instantly, they couldn't see Yankuba. Everywhere, vid. Instant. He will able to came out with 2 goals. We end up winning the game. Him alone make the team play.
you spoke about And then most of the kids maybe might not have the chance to watch Yankuba Mende, and then you work with Yankuba extensively, and then he seems to be somebody down to earth. Personally, I don't know him that much, maybe on TV or sometimes when he's back in the country. But you've worked with Yankuba as a coach. What type of an individual is Yankuba Mende?
I will say he's just hungry. He want to go to the next level. Not only him. I was just lucky to be with the batch of players who were hungry to go to the next level. If my game that I played, that I always said is snake and ladder, always want to climb this ladder, avoiding the snake to swallow you to come down. I don't know if kids nowadays know that game. I think they are familiar with this Ludo. But there's a game called snake and ladder. When you throw the dice, you just want to be having a number that will take you to where the ladder is so that you can climb the ladder and go on top. But if you throw the dice and you have a number, then the snake will swallow you, you will go down. So if the coach's game is snake and ladder, always want to climb the ladder and go to the top. This set of players want to go to the top with me. They are hungry. They never even want the snake to smell them. They only want to climb that ladder, go to the top. And the good thing about it is they support each other. Adama will just come and say, hey, go. Atol Fongo Biko, Jumala la leading goal scorer. Then I said, well, I have to ask like Bojang. They said it was Parin Jammeh or Asan Jata. How many goals did they score? It was around 9, around 9, 10. It was confirmed it was around 9, 10. Then he said, hey, I will break that record. And this kid walked towards it and break that record. No, Silla break his record. Yes, Silla break his record.
This will take us to another talking point of last season when you had an interview with Saliu and then you made mention of getting players to play in the top flight or in the top league in Europe. Is by far better than winning the league in the Gambia. And then this has been a talking point in the country when you made mention of that.
Yeah, let me just add Jimbo to that.
Yeah.
I'd rather chase millions than chasing a million.
That was the statement. I'd rather chase millions than chasing a million.
And he was under suspension.
At the time.
Yeah, at that time.
I was under suspension. Well,
thank you to give me the opportunity again to clarify that one, because some people will take in, will code it wrongly.
Yeah, in another way around.
In another way around. And if you look at it, even some will say, I heard somebody was telling me, they said you rather go and be an agent than being a coach.
That was
Look,
a topic.
Yes, in this Gambia here, we need to be realistic. We are amateur league. We are, I will say, we are fourth grade. We are trying. So if I and Steve Biko can do what we are doing, it's better to work really hard on that. There is, how long did it take Real the Banjul to make this triple? How long did it take them? Is it 7 to 8 years? How long?
They toiled and moiled for it.
Yes. How long?
At one point in time, in fact, forget the Sandango style of football within themselves.
It took them, because what they did, they go back. Forget about the league. Do their homework. Do everything. The organization was excellent. They bring somebody from Estonia. Did a brilliant job. Do all that. And when they're ready, they make it 3 in a row. And if we teams didn't ready, they can even make it 5. This is what I'm saying. We need to be ready and we need to be realistic. This is football. Football is expensive. Nowadays, football is expensive. I am not talking about the federation. I am not talking about Real de Bandul. I am talking of what I know. It doesn't make sense if I can develop a player, sell those players for let's say for 200,000 euros. Can somebody do the math for me? How much is that in Gambian dollars? Is a huge amount of money. I guess now you have that money Then you chase the league, you win the league, and at the end of the day, that's 1 million, and 1 million. How much? Then the 200,000 you make a season. Okay, let's say 3 players, for example. I make almost 500,000 euros. It's a whole lot of money. It's almost I don't know the amount, but it's past 5 million. Then it has to take you 5 years to make that money. Yes, I'm not a businessman. I'm not business. I'm a coach. I want a good CV. I want to win the league. I want to do ABC. But the problem is, we are working on that. We are going to the back seat and do what the Real de Banjul do.
So don't you think also financially teams struggled in the league?
This is what I'm saying. That's what I said. To win the league, look, hadn't be this team at Jarasoma, Hearts FC, they were strong and organized. To respect to you, I am sorry, just what I want to say. They were strong financially and organized like Real de Banjul. They can contest. They were the verge of. Because having a home game is an advantage.
Yes, home advantage is also
I don't
advantage.
say we are not having home game in Bakau, but sometimes it's like you're playing home away from home.
Yeah.
But hadn't be it was our real field at the Biko field, you will see a different ball game. I am saying this: if our mini stadium is ready, we play 2 seasons without winning the league or without. I am the head coach of Steve Biko. We have our home game at the Steve Biko football ground. I coach 2 seasons without winning. I will resign from Steve Biko. Yes. For 2 seasons without winning a trophy, I will resign.
Wow.
Yes.
He's taken the mantra of course, the advantage of playing at home. Coach Adnan, just to clear that, Pafati, who was talking about like in football is business, and it is an infrastructure of its own. It's a business entity of its own. That is football. You know, selling, making money from the team. Because Adnan, I stand to be corrected on record. He is the first coach to do that in Steve Biko. You know, the number of players that left Biko for their bigger dreams in Europe, it only happens under you. I stand to be corrected.
Yes, it happens over me. That's under me. That's why I said I just being lucky.
Yes, you are lucky.
Yes,
and you
I
are
just
molded.
being lucky, being the head.
And you are trained, molded.
Exactly. Training ground at the training. I only take one section. We have a solid technical team who are working really hard. And sometimes rectify us. He is professional. I never remember since I started coaching Steve Biko, being a head coach for 7 years now, 6 to 7 years now. I never remember during a game like Bojan called me and tell me, hey, this is the changes you need to do. Oh, you're supposed to do this. Hey, this is what you do. Oh, come to the dressing room acting like, yeah, I'm like Bojan. No, it never happened.
I think he has the entire trust in what you are doing.
Yes, but there was a time.
Steve Biko didn't, their style of play was this 3-5-2. I came up with this 3-5-2. So there was a time we are not winning. We are scoring goals. Adam Bojan was banging goals. Magong was banging goals. But we were conceding goals.
Yeah.
We were not winning. So he came at the training ground. See, I was featuring the team, prepare for a next game. Then he looked at the team. He realized that I changed the system to 4-3-3. Instead of the 3-5-2 that I have been playing. Then he said, what are you doing? I told him, well, it's not working. I want to play 3-5-2. He said, okay, but let's look at the positive and the negative. With the 3-5-2, are you scoring goals? I told him yes. He said, yes, that's positive. Then what's the problem? Well, we're conceding goals.
You're scoring, but you're conceding.
Yes. Then he told me, okay, now let's see. Now, let me work with the defense line. He started. Since then, I learned something from him. 4 seasons in a row in the league, I considered less goal. Dembo Sedikan, Usainu Cham, and Landing Sanyang. Those are the ones I built this back three with.
The layman in Bakau, when you made mention of rather chasing millions than winning the league in the Gambia, was this misinterpretation? Was this misinterpretation in Bakau? Because near Bakau, ko Allah ko xana tul man ligo bi
Yeah, others approach me at the Norwegian Center. They say like, yeah, do got some cool.
You put our coach in this. I told Adnan, don't answer to Salio. That was the funniest part of it.
from the community, like in Bakau, Kabini statement, even
Yeah, some of the people, some of them call me, you know, coach, you shouldn't have said that. You know, if I explain, I told them, well, maybe Space TV just take some point and post it. That is the. But try to go to YouTube and watch the whole video. What I mean, I said we're going to chase the league. We're going to look for it. Even this season,
You understand?
every season I will set a target. 60 points is my target. 60 plus. Yes, every season I will set a target. 30 points
First round, 30 points second round. With the players, we did it together. Every 5 games, I won 10 points. 5 games, 10 points. 5 games, 10 points. 5 games, that's 15 games. The 15 games, that's 30 points. Then you set a target, we work towards it.
last season.
last season, season before last, all those that.
To have 60 points.
Points.
Was that attainable last season? No.
It wasn't.
It wasn't.
The far we went.
What was the problem?
Good. The far we went was 50.
51 points. We came third. So I told them, look, the target now, anything below 51 points is a failure. We need to work really hard as a team to make sure that we beat these 51 points.
You finished third. Is when you defeated also Banjul, you were saying like Kunong Kunonyi.
Yes, 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 that was it.
Interesting.
was it.
Like I just want to come back to that statement. You know, we just cut that part
Yes.
for the interest of the audience. Like I rather chase millions than chasing a million was like the headline. You know, in sport, in news writing, they will just tell you you have to, you know, hook. Yeah, you have to hook those readers or the viewers out there. I did the same when I interviewed, of course, the champions of the land. That is under coach. That is Jigs Jata, to be precise. You know, he was like, I promised my family 3 trophies. You understand? But he lost the other one. But I have to edit that part. He said something very interesting behind that interview that I was not interested of playing on air. But that part was very catchy when they lost in that on their route to the FF Cup, to be precise. But that was just brilliant. That was how we, you know, brought up the mantra so that others outside there will love it. Just like how, of course, the president of TMT said, "Basori de Fasori." You understand? So we have to brought that. It's very catchy. So that is the way we do our things. But then, Coach Adnan, I believe Pafati have a question before I proceed.
To get to the division, you've been in the GFF men's division 1 as head coach for over 5 years now.
Yes.
The State Biko Football Club. If you have a general assessment to do as far as the league is concerned, if you have to assess the division, the top division, how will you rate the division?
In which standard?
In all aspects.
The first
Season. Well, I think I will give credit to the coaches, the teams. I think right now the game is getting interesting. When you play against a team, you know that you need to work. Teams are doing really well when it comes to tactic, you know, the organization. If you are not well organized, you will be left behind. I think it's just the government, not the federation alone. I'm not part of politics. I don't do politics. I don't criticize. I just want the best for the kids.
Yes.
How many teams we have? 16 teams in the league, in the top division. Those 16 teams, precisely each team registered 30 players. That is 30 times 16. How many youths?
A lot.
A lot. So if these youths can have a minimum of 10,000 as salary plus some taxes, you know, at the end of the day, go home with 8,000, 7,000, you know, 5,000, how to call it, 5,000, you know, but something that you can buy with a bag of rice, give your mom something, then how will that be? Then we need to put support in the footballing system. The kids, they love this game. You know, if how many companies are here? They are making millions a day. If they can invest in club, this is not the GFF problem. This is the government problem. If they really want to help the nation, they want to help the youths, let them invest in football. Let them reduce some taxes in certain companies, force them to sponsor a team. How many youths will be benefit in that?
Or to invest in the league.
That's what I'm saying. So now, if we do that, then for example, Steve Biko, we have maybe 30 registered players for plus 10 extra players, plus the staff. We will be on the salary. Then the league will have somewhere to go. Africell alone, sorry to mention name, Africell alone can sponsor the league 10 million. QCell can do, Comion can do.
Then I will start charging the 10
million, not the 1 million, you know. But Mr. Fatih and Salo, I know it's not funny, but I think this is the fact.
Absolutely.
This is the fact. So this is where the problem. I think like the coaches, they are doing well. Recently, right now, we are doing the B license. The other license, B license force badge is they have done it. Some of the coaches have their B license, you know, and the second badge is on, which we're working on it. So, and maybe very soon the A license will come. We are doing really great.
Coach Adnan, are coaches in this country celebrated? Gambian coaches, are they celebrated to the top level there?
I will say 50-50. Not really, not how it's supposed to be. Yeah, I will not rule it out, but now
because as a coach, you are a role model.
We're supposed to be celebrated. I didn't want to say something here in the air thinking that I'm bragging. I can stood and say, look, I am the best coach that Gambia can have. I have somebody who came who couldn't believe he hugged me. Really, did you coach Yankuba Minte? I told him, yeah, for 3 seasons. He looked at me again. He said, really, coach? Yes, it was me for 3 seasons.
One day you will be at the Amex to watch Yankuba Minte, and there you will be celebrated
Yes,
for being
yes,
one of the
yes,
coaches that
yes,
coach Yankuba
yes,
Minte.
yes.
How is the feeling going to be like, given the opportunity to be at the Amex Stadium, possibly Brighton taking on Manchester United or Salih's Liverpool?
Well, I am a real Man United fan.
Oh,
yes. So last season
He told me I will kill Dalot. I was chatting with Yankuba. He told me I will kill Dalot today.
Meaning
But
you will
honestly,
make Dalot suffer.
Honestly, I celebrated when he scored a goal. I was really.
You forgot about your Manchester.
Yeah, I celebrated. Maybe if Yankuba will come and visit me. He will come to training ground. We'll exchange words. You know, I will talk to him. He will listen. Every game, I will text him, good game, blah, blah. We have some chat, you know. But I don't have nobody. I don't know nobody in United. Coach is my own player.
Interesting, because time is absolutely against us. But I will just come back to the league. Your games that you played as a coach on the third line. Can you just give us a tip of the iceberg? The teams that you face, and a night before the D-Day, sometimes you have sleepless night that you're facing. Example, Real de Banjul. Do you have headache when facing Real de Banjul?
You know, sometimes it's not about winning Real de Banjul. Real de Banjul is not the only club in the.
But coach,
in
the question is,
league.
do you normally have that pressure when
Yeah,
you're
I'm
playing?
coming there. Real de Banjul is not the only team in the league. What if I win Real de Banjul home and away and lose all the games? It's 6 points. I am relegated. The worst point ever in the league. I rather lose both legs and win all my games. I might win the league. But
The pressure.
I don't have pressure when I play Real de Banjul. Honestly, I don't. Because like I only have pressure when I play against Marimo by that time.
Marimo.
Yes.
Yeah, because they make
Because-
you suffer.
Yeah, no, I never
Especially
win
in
them.
2019.
It's just last season I started winning Marimo.
Yeah.
I never win Marimo.
I can recall in 2018, 2019. That's
Yes.
not to be corrected.
So Marimo is
When you put
way
the
more my
fingers to the
problem.
referees.
And maybe my best friend, you know, if I play Team Rhino, I know Kari is a very intelligent coach. He's my best friend. We talk, we chat. You know, he knows some of this philosophy. He's the only coach in the league who make me change my 3-5-2. Yes.
Then you were struggling against him when
Yes. So if I supposed to play correct, sometimes I change my system. I never change my system against other team. For 5 years, I have been playing this 3-5-2. Yes, this is how Steve Biko play. Yes, no problem. Go and wait for me. But I play it differently. You never know the way I'm coming. So I don't think Real de Banyul is not bad. Real de Banyul fear me. If they didn't, why did they say they are not going to play Biko at the stadium? They want to play at Basori. They refuse to play me at the stadium.
Coach is trying to talk.
Last season you were suspended, and this might be one of the disturbing moments for Coach Adnan Moussa and the team's People Football Club. How did it all happen? Because I could remember sometime last season I reached out to you. At the time you said we are not ready to talk about this because we are currently working on few things, and now you have the platform to say this or to put clarity on this suspension. How were you even suspended?
You know, in football,
We are together in this. Mr. Fati, I will not say I'm not going to talk to you, or I will not say we are not going to interact. As far as you are a journalist, you are a football journalist, you are in this game, we are going to work together to see the Gambian football move to the next level.
Yeah.
So as Salu, so as the referee, so as anybody in the game. I feel happy if I see referee officiating the World Cup of Nation game. You know, I even screenshot their photo. But sometimes the referee, we don't want to criticize. We take, as a coach, we will take action of, losing a game. It's our fault, it's our responsibility. We didn't plan well, we didn't prepare well, our system didn't work, maybe so many things went wrong. But that said game was against Real de Banyul. The way I coach, I think all the referee, other coaches, so many people, even the journalists, I'll be coaching, they will taking short video. So that's the way, that's the energy I give my players. That's the way I try to change it. Because during the sea license, the technical director, Mr. Sangdon, told us at the course that if a coach go to the touchline, he keep on shouting, talking, blah, 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 blah. He didn't do his work at the training ground. And I walk at the training ground. Every day, sometimes I lose my voice. My players will attest to that. I shout, I give instruction. Everywhere you are, you will see my voice. That's the same energy I bring in the game. But I try to change that. So there was a game I was sitting, the boys, they were not playing. Then my assistant told me, hey, Wuli.
They're not used to it.
Then I said, no, kana wagabala. Hey, Nilmandali wala Wuli. I stood up, started, shouting, talking. Then they started playing. Then when I turned, he told me, now for it. So, that's the kind of energy I gave. I was like, sometimes the referee, they know. I win or lose. I went to them and shake hand. It's the end of the game. I coached almost 3 years. I count my games. It was almost 200 something games without receiving a red card. This was my first game to show a red card.
Are you disappointed?
Very much disappointed. Because what happened, it is true, yes. It wasn't the central referee. It was the lines. It was a foul, and my player has to lose his boot. I told him, look, Dalam begin anasa. It's a foul. He told me, no, so break I fufko. I was like, really? We are together in this. Coach, you see, is that a foul? It was not a foul. Okay, sorry, let's move on. Don't do that. You have a power. Don't emphasize your power. Because if you provoke me, I will react. Then I told him, Buma fucking our lolo. So meaning you were I was provoked. By the lines. I told him, Buma fucking our lolo. Then the fourth referee heard me. He called the central referee, send him out. The central referee, I was sent out. But immediately I was sent out. I still have the video. I went out. My assistant was talking. I told him, no, now is not the time to talk. You are responsible now. Concentrate on the game. Let the referee do their things and coach the team. Then I went out. I go upstairs. But they said, according, this was in Bakau. Okay, later, to be honest with you, my fans get angry. They started throwing stone towards the fourth official. This exactly. But wasn't me not leaving the field. The allegation they give me was I refused to leave the field. Come on, I'm a professional. I am a top big coach in the league. I cannot do that. Why will I do that? I leave the field immediately. Even thank God the president of the club was there. Laibojan was there. Our secretary, assistant secretary was there. I leave the field. I have high regard for these people. Why will I stand at the field? I said, I'm not going out after showing a red card. So what will my player do if a referee give my player a red card, they refuse to leave the field? A coach,
Coach, did you regret sounding that way to the second star referee or the first star referee?
Of course, I will regret it because I want a very good CV. This is what we are looking for.
And
as a
don't you
coach.
think is that statement that is why you were
Yes,
given so the
maybe.
exit door, and that is why that came back to haunt your team? That is Steve Biko.
Definitely.
Because without
Because
Adnan on the touch line, it's a different
I
Steve
will not
Biko.
say my assistant didn't do well. They are fantastic, as I said before. But as my assistant was telling me, it delta wulielo, so it caused a lot.
Yeah.
Exactly. So it's cost me a lot. Although we failed, we threw 11 points, because the target was 51 plus point. We end up having 14 points, 8 position, which wasn't the target. In all ways, we have failed. We failed last season. But we're trying really hard to beat the 51 points. Not the 40 points we have last season, but the 51 points we have season before last. That's what we're going to try and beat.
Have you gone in your preparation? And what should one expect from Steve Biko this season?
Well, I will say
It's kind of a brand new, a new team again, because as you know, Steve Biko, last season towards the end of the season, we have some players who goes out, so we are trying to build a new team, but I'm working really hard, especially with the strikers, with the midfield players. It is surprise. I remember there was a time there's this journalist in Banjul, I forget the name, Sheikh Tijan, who imposed this.
In fact, about Yankuba Mente before
Who imposed this question? How did you do that, coach? Every season, a new striker, from Adam Obojang to Silla, now Ibusama. I told him, if I have a striker with the system I play, just be clinical, you will score goals. And even if Ibusama is not there, I'm going to work entirely, tirelessly, to make sure that the one who is going to replace Ibusama, like even if Ibusama is not there, Ibusama will try to beat his record. We talked about it. I always do what I always do. I told him, look, last season you scored 11 goals. This season is supposed to be 11 plus goal. Start working on it, then we move. So the next one also will have to break Ibusama's record. And Ibusama also have to break Lamin Sila's record. So that's how I do my things. That's how we are trying, to see how we can climb the ladder.
I said the league is fast approaching, and of course, ahead of the league, there should be improvements. If we should have improvements, what do you think are the key areas that we should have improvements to at least have a better league for our young players?
the league
or the clubs, leagues, the league. One number one thing I will say is the pitches. That's the number one key factor. Because take for example, why will the league get delayed? Because of its lack of pitch. The stadium is not available. As I said before, this is not only a government. This is not only the federation. It's the entire Bakau businessmen. Look, even banks take a land, develop a mini stadium there, rent it out. You'll have your money. Business owners, individuals, government, let's invest in this football. we have a better Gambia.
Yeah, because the boy you feel is now transformed.
If we have a better pitch, the problem we are having in the Gambia is we have talent. There are a lot of talent here. We can produce so many young Mintes at the like of Musa Barros.
Then what is the problem?
The problem is we have a talent, but we are far behind.
The level playing ground you want to say, and
It's not only
the
playing
financial
ground.
muscles.
There is a whole lot that we are lacking behind. There are some parts we are trying, if you look at, for example, developing coaching, all that stuff. But there are some aspects we are lacking behind. Even some, I don't want to name clubs. Some clubs, they are not even serious about what they are doing. Look at them, the way they approach, the way they come to games, We are behind. We need to be organized. That's why I said, if we can have people come and invest in our football, we will have a better league. You will see talent. I know the Gambia have talent.
Coach, I only have two questions, Pafadi, quickly. Politics aside, do you think we can build the country we want through sports, football, to be precise?
Yeah, I think if the minister happened to Mr. Baji, if he happens to listen to my interview, let us try and invest in sports. Trust me, I feel sad. I have a player who was living in my house. He played for Steve Biko, and later he went to the back way. Those 8 days I couldn't sleep. For 8 days. I started having my good sleep when I received a call that they make it to Spain. So, if everything was going according how it was going, he will not even think of going to the back way. And that is risks. That is 30-70. Some of the people will say 60-40. But for me, I will say 30-70. It's big risks. Spending 8 days in the sea with that kind of boat. It's a big risk. And still now, players, the youths are going. That Walidan player lose his life through this back way. Hadn't be that guy was having 20,000, 15,000, 10,000 every month, he will not even think of going. The reason why players are stick playing, giving their best, is they have hope that they will be professionals. But if they hit certain age, they discourage. You will see they will go and find job. Started working.
Yeah, because they want to put food on the table.
Exactly.
That is the mantra. But coach, finally, from me, the slogan, Yepsi Man Bila, Fala Joge.
That one was created by a couple of people, and our secretary bring it up whenever, is a Wolof. And we are in I think he will be in a better position to answer
but
that.
You are aware of that. Coach, you know this slogan very well. Yepsi Man Bila.
Yeah, if I should come up with something, I could have come up with that. But Alawarata, Yepsi Mind Bila, he will be in a better position to explain that.
Yes. You did not answer Salu's question.
What was that again?
Fala Joge.
Which one?
I said, I already told him the secretary will be in a better position to answer that.
Biko is a community club, I stand to recall.
Yes, it is.
It's a team from Bakau. You get to Bakau, you look at their Northern teams produce a huge fan base. And gone are those days. Okay, if Steve Biko is playing at the Bakau Mini Stadium, we see a good set of supporters coming down there to watch. But when they play away, it's hardly we see a good number of their supporters following them. Is Steve Biko working on this to have a massive support base behind it wherever they go?
We started it, but that's why we were suspended at the end of the league, playing home games. We started it, we mobilizing the fans for them to come and support the
team, because we came to realize that winning home games can help you win the league. Hearts they nearly, because they were having all their game at home. It's very difficult for you to go to Jarosoma and beat Hearts there. Real de Banjul also is difficult for a club. I don't say it is not happening, but it's won twice in the league. They might play 15 games there. So out of the 15, maybe they will lose only 1 or 2 and draw 1.
Yeah.
So it's a must that Real de Banjul will win 13 games.
Yeah.
So if you look mathematically, only Falcons win 13 games without winning the league. Any club who win 13 plus game, you will win the league. So now, why will we Real de Banjul not win the league?
Yes.
Is the team working on that?
Oh,
How
yes.
soon should we
Yes,
expect
the project. Please, the projects we are on it pretty soon. That one is beyond me.
Yes, I'm just the head coach. I cannot go beyond that. I'm just a head coach. They are working on it pretty soon. I know you want to write something about it. You want to say something about it during your program, but you will just see it and you will have something to report. Don't worry.
But is the project is alive and well?
Yes, it is. It is.
Tell us a little bit about your CAF licensing diploma course that you are currently taking part. This must be an exciting journey for you. How did it all happen?
Yeah, the first batch was
The opportunity the TD was given was to the head coach of the first division team. I was happy to be in that batch, but unfortunately, I have some complication. I have a doctor appointment in Turkey, so I supposed to go to Turkey. But when the appointment come and my flight ticket, it come exactly the time we were doing the first model. So I happened to do only 2 days and absent for 5 days. But there is a rules. There is a number of hours when you absent, you have to repeat it. So I couldn't make it. So that's why I am part of the second model. So, but everything is doing well thanks to the TD and the team, Coach Alaj Silla. I think we are progressing. The coach are doing fantastic well, and I promise the Gambia that if they watch these coaches play against each other, they will see the beautiful game. It will not be the only problem we have, as I said before, the pitch.
Level playing ground.
Yeah, the level of playing ground. If we could have a better pitch like Jara Soma, pitch feel like Jara Soma, maybe recently this Dodge Lions field, they have a fantastic Faraba.
Yeah.
If we can have more of that, you see beautiful football. Tactically, the coach, they're well disciplined. They know what they are doing, and kudos to them and kudos to the technical director. We are well trained. We are well trained.
Love the league and then the way the moves that Coach Adnan Moussa does when on the third line. Most of the time we see videos. People will just go to
yes, I love my that energy.
Sometimes I will not even understand. Really? So I was the one doing that.
And how he reached your palm?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. You know, but I love the energy. I love the energy, especially if players are looking at me doing what I instruct them to do. You know, the club they're performing. You know, and we are doing what we want. It boosts my energy. It's like I take a B for the I don't know whatsoever energy they call it.
Which of your players do you mostly call? Because I could remember you were saying Wara, Wara, Wara. I can still remember that Wara. He's one of the players that play on the right side of the defense, I guess.
No, he's the left. He's the captain.
The team captain. So, who are those players that you mostly instruct during your matches with those energies?
Yeah, I will say Suga. No, Suga is the midfield player. Yeah, because I love the energy. He's energetic.
And your team captain too?
Yes, he's the assistant captain. Yes, Waga, he's somebody who knows what he does. You know, he might not be that player, but he's a very very important key in my team, in the setup and in what we do. Yeah. So the name I call a lot is like Suga, because if I want something to pass message, he's the one that I normally call, you know, to pass message. But I do call all the players though. I shout a lot. Yeah, you can hear my voice everywhere.
Any question?
Well, Coach, I understand. I don't want to ask him whether he want to win the league. Everybody want to win the league. But then, like, what is your message to your fellow coaches out there? They're watching.
The message is, let us keep up what we are doing, because this thing has came beyond family. We do courses together. We do convention. We share the same room. Lot of them are my close friends. The only time, we are divided is this 6 points that
You are divided, yeah.
we have both home and away. But after that we talk a lot, we discuss a lot.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, Gambia in is going to be in our hands.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, we're going to inherit some of the thing. So if I have problem with, for example, Carrick, and I happen to be the coach of the U23, and Carrick is the assistant, and I have problem with Carrick, how will that be? He will undermine me. He will not want my success. But if the connection is there, if we speak the one language, that we cannot be as the referees, but we are working really hard with our president Jesper to be one, so that anybody, if we happen to work together at any given time, then we will love each other. We'll be there for each other.
Finally,
If
if
you
you
would-
receive the call to the national team, will you take it as the head coach?
No, I'm not ready yet to coach any national team.
How about if you have already got that visa, like the cards?
Yeah, my how to call it? My game is
Coach, are you not
always.
dreaming to coach the country?
I am, but it's snake and ladder. I want to involve in a national team. Like I want to be maybe in the U20, U23, and learn. I want to climb the ladder step by step.
You're learning from the
Yeah,
Ross Academy.
I don't want to just jump from this to this.
Alright, I believe that's it. But I don't know whether you can remind the viewers our next guest.
I might not be able to
On this
get
extra
the
time.
next guest because I know I'll have a lot of contact from the program. So we're going to have another big guest in
Yes.
our next edition. So Saliu, I think of course
It's a pleasure speaking to Coach Adnan.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, you might be la ala warata. Yes,
Thank you very much, Saliu Jallo. Thank you very much, our guest coach Adnan Moussa, and then thank you very much to our wonderful listeners. It has been viewers, rather. It has been Extra Time Gambia Football Show coming from our very home in Lamin Kerewan, Combo, West Coast region, the Gambia. It has been Parliament for the Saliu Jallo, our guest, of course, Adnan Moussa. Until then, bye bye till we come you.